Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 11th of February 2022 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But before we begin, a small information. We are providing summaries of Vision Monthly Magazine and Vision Prelims Test Series. You can subscribe to these summaries by visiting our Telegram channel. Details are there in the description. And also the PDF of the discussion will be available in our Telegram channel. You can go and download it from there at free of cost. Now let's look at the first question. The first question is with regarding a freedom fighter. He was the founder of Hindustan Republic Association and the Patna branch of the Anushীलन Samiti. He was extensively involved in the plans of the Ghadar conspiracy. He wrote a book titled Bandi Jeevan, Identify the Personality. A. Raj Bihari Bose, B. S.N. Sanyal, Sachendranath Sanyal, C. Bhagat Singh and D. Jatin Das. You have to choose the correct option and the correct option is B. Satyendranath Sanyal, S.N. Sanyal. So his 80th death anniversary, Satyendranath Sanyal's 80th death anniversary was observed on 7th of February this year. He was born in 1893. That's why this was news. He was the founder of the Hindustan Republic Association, which was created to carry out armed resistance against the British Empire. He founded the Australian branch of the Anushীलन Samiti in Patna in 1913. And in 1912, in the Delhi conspiracy trial, S.N. Sanyal with Raj Bihari Bose attacked the then Viceroy Hardinge, and they were extensively involved in the plans for the Ghadar conspiracy and went underground after it was exposed in February 1915. He was a close associate of the freedom fighter Raj Bihari Bose. After Bose escaped to Japan, Sanyal was considered as the senior most leader of the Indian revolutionary movement, and he was mentor for various revolutionaries like Chandrasekhar Azad and Bhagat Singh. S.N. Sanyal and Mahatma Gandhi engaged in the famous debate which was published in Young India between 1920 and 24. He argued against Gandhiji's gradual approach. Sanyal was sentenced to life for his involvement in Kakori conspiracy and was imprisoned at the cellular jail in Andaman Nicobar Islands, where he wrote the famous book titled Bandi Jeevan, A Life of Captivity in 1922. Well, let's go to the next question. The second question with regarding to PM Care Fund. First statement. The PM Care Fund is created under the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund to combat containment and relief effort against the COVID outbreak, the coronavirus outbreak. Second statement says it can avail donation from foreign contribution and donation to the fund can also avail 100% tax exemption. You have to choose the correct option. A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. The correct option is B, 2 only, because the PM Care Fund is not only for the COVID outbreak, it can be used for any other purpose also. So according to the latest findings, 64% of the 10,990 crore collected by the PM Care Fund between March 27 and March 27, 2020 and March 31, 2021 remain unused as of the later date. The Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in the emergency situation, the PM Care Fund was set up to accept donations and provide relief during the COVID-19 pandemic or any other similar emergencies. The PM Cares was set up as a public charitable trust with the trust deemed registration on March 27, 2020. It can avail donation from foreign contribution, and the donations to fund can avail 100% tax exemption. It is different from the Prime Minister National Relief Fund, which is under the Disaster Management Act. The Prime Minister is the ex-officio chairman of the PM Care Fund, and the Minister of Defence, Minister of Home and Minister of Finance are the ex-officio trustees. In 2021, Delhi High Court was informed that the PM Care Fund is not a government fund and the amount collected by it do not go to the Consolidated Fund of India. Now let's look at the next question. The third question. Consider the following statement regarding the geomagnetic storms. The first statement, a geomagnetic storm is a major and temporary disturbance of Earth's magnetosphere. Second statement says, geomagnetic storm occurs both in the upper and lower atmosphere of the Earth. Which of the following is the correct statement? A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. You have to choose the correct statement. So the second statement, if you see, it says the geomagnetic storm occurs both in upper and lower atmosphere. This is a wrong statement because the geomagnetic storm occur only in the upper atmosphere and not in the lower atmosphere. So the second statement is wrong. But first statement, if you see, a geomagnetic storm is a major and temporary disturbance of Earth's magnetosphere. The first statement is right. So A1 only is the correct answer. So recently, a powerful magnetic storm has doomed 40 Starlink satellites which were launched by SpaceX last week, the company has announced. So the magnetic storm is a major and temporary disturbance of the Earth's magnetosphere which occur when a surge of solar wind, when there is a surge of solar wind and that interact with the Earth's magnetic field and generates charged particles and the currents in the Earth's upper atmosphere. The solar wind conditions that are effective for creating geomagnetic storm are sustained high-speed solar wind, southward directions solar wind, magnetic field at the day side of the magnetosphere, and this condition is effective for transferring energy from the solar wind into the Earth's magnetosphere. And the impact, if you see, it leads to changes in Earth's atmosphere. It also impacts the orbiting satellites, okay, like that. And also because of this only the auroras are formed, the aurora borealis and all. There is the northern lights and southern lights which are there. They are formed because of this only. Now let's look at the next question, the fourth question, with regarding Sova Rigpa. First one, it is a traditional system of medicine practiced in Himalayan belt of India. This is the right statement. Second statement says the National Institute of Sova Rigpa, which is an autonomous institute under the Ministry of Education, has been set up in Leh. Okay. The third statement says the majority of the theory and practice of Sova Rigpa is similar to that of Ayurveda. The third statement is also right. But second statement, if you see, this is wrong because it is by the Ministry of Ayush and not Ministry of Education. So second statement is wrong, whereas 1 and 3 are right. So B, 1 and 3 are the correct answers. For the first time, the National Commission for the Indian System of Medicine National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test has conducted an entrance test to the Bachelor of Sova Rigpa Medicine and Surgery. It is a traditional system of medicine practiced in Himalayan belt of India, and it originally originated in the Tibet region and is practiced in India, Nepal, Bhutan, Mongolia and Russia also. It is similar to that of Ayurveda. Okay, and the basic theory of the Sova Rigpa may be adumbrated in terms of the 5 points like the body is disease as the locus of treatment, the body in disease as the locus of treatment, antidote that is treatment, the method of treatment through antidote, the medicine that cures the disease, the material media, pharmacy and pharmacology. And this institute is an autonomous institute under Ministry of Ayush. Okay, it is located in the Union Territory of Ladakh, right? Now let's go to the last question, fifth question. The religion of early Vedic Aryans was primarily, it's a previous year CSE question of 2012. A. Bhakti, B. Image worship and yajnas, C. Worship of nature and yajnas, D. Worship of nature and bhakti. You have to choose the correct option, and the correct option is C. Worship of nature and yajnas. So the Vedic Aryans believed in simple religion and they are very religious. They worshipped the forces of nature like sun, fire, wind, dawn, water, rain god like Indra, etc. Okay, so this is all the information about the religion of early Vedic Aryans. And before I leave a small information, as I told already, we are providing Vision Prelims test series summaries at just ₹9.99. You can subscribe to it by visiting our Telegram channel. This is very important for you for the revision of the MCQs that you practice. Okay, it will definitely help you a lot. So that's it guys from my side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.